Hi, how are you today? Recreating existing code patterns in your own way helps you to understand them better and improves your problem-solving skills. It's a hands-on approach that makes learning more practical and creative. This method is often called reverse engineering, and we will use it today to discover another interesting implementation in SwiftUI. ViewBuilder is the foundation of creating a view hierarchy in SwiftUI. If I had to choose what is the most important element to properly understand creating views, it would be this particular builder. But what exactly is the result builder? This is an attribute that when added to a structure, class or enum, implements additional functionality of building nested data structures step by step. Result Builder in Swift is a powerful feature that enables you to create custom domain-specific languages for building values in a declarative and expressive way. It works by allowing you to define a type that manages how multiple expressions are combined to form a result. By using special methods like buildBlock, buildIf, or buildEither, a result builder can compose multiple expressions in a specific order or under specific conditions. It's commonly used in SwiftUI to construct views in a declarative manner, allowing for cleaner and more readable code. The View Builder is a specialized result builder in SwiftUI that helps us to build more complex view hierarchies. It lets you combine multiple views and conditionally include or exclude them based on the logic, all while keeping the code clean and easy to read. To see how it works, let's break it down into prime functions by using this example. First thing first, the View protocol has a compute body property which is already marked with the ViewBuilder attribute. This means that the entry closure is a subject to the result builder. The view, that is our example, contains a horizontal stack, and in it there are several views, and their visibility depends on the state of the entry component. The builder moves line by line trying to build the final type. First, it encounters a horizontal stack which has its own content. If we check the declaration of hStack initializer, we'll see that the content parameter is also marked by the ViewBuilder. Remember how I mentioned that the body property only returns some singular view? This is exactly the role of the ViewBuilder, to build a type that will describe all views at once. The first expression in hStack is an if-else. Then there are two elements, text and separator, and finally another lonely if. Builder goes line by line and delves into the structure of the view. First, it will process the content of the if-else by building an expression from image and another expression from the text. Then the if-else will be transformed into the result, which is the type conditional content. This type is a private and used internally by SwiftUI to describe a content based on given condition. It has two associated types, true content and false content. When we have it, then the ViewBuilder will build two expressions from the text and the spacer. The result of the build expression will of course be the same type, so we could actually skip this method, but I would like to follow all the procedure. Last but not least, we have lonely if statement. The difference with the previous one is that in that case we do not have any alternative view. BuildIf method covers this case by returning optional view. Okay. We now have some ViewBuilder blocks created. Let's move them to the computed property for better clarity. We have four contents that are declared inside the hStack content. With the intermediate views already prepared, the ViewBuilder will use the buildBlock function to create the tuple view. This is a view that holds a property tuple containing all four types. hStack now has a fully built content view. The ViewBuilder will now call the buildBlock function one last time to return the final type of our component's body. This process happens very quickly, of course, but it also shows how much happens if we add the ViewBuilder annotation to the property. Conscious use of this result builder allows you to create code in a declarative way, while omitting it when it's not required allows for significant optimization of the code. Let's create our NodeBuilder now, which will be a bit simpler than ViewBuilder at first. We will mark the NodeBuilder structure with the result builder annotation, thanks to which we will immediately get a hint from a compiler about the methods required. We will use for We will implement build expression and all three cases of the build blocks. We would like to build an empty view, a single view, and many views at once. The first three functions are very easy to implement. In the first case, we will simply return empty node. And in the other two, we will return content, because we don't want to modify anything in this particular situation. The last implementation, in which we will use tuple node in future, as it was done in the ViewBuilder, will be a little bit more complicated. But we will learn about it in the next episode. Today, we created a NodeBuilder using reverse engineering. This core concept from SwiftUI is simple, and understanding it will give you a great awareness of using Swift language. My name is Peter and this is Crafting Swift. Have fun!